Hey! Welcome back to today's little talking video. So today I will be talking all about unspoken hostel rules, or just, common decency and manners. So, let me just get comfortable. First things first, I will be taking out these pins in my hair, keeping this bun up because it's been in there all day. To be quite honest with you, I'm just dropping them in here to put them in a proper place later. I am tired and my hair is heavy and I am excited to get it out. But yeah, so just to start off here today, so the rules of staying in a hostel, the unspoken rules. Number 1, lights. If the lights are on when you arrive, the lights can stay on. If they are off, somebody might be sleeping. So like just check if there is someone else in the room, or if it's someone sleeping, or whatever it is like that. And if they're sleeping, you leave the lights off if they are already off. Or if they are awake and it's just the other if any other people in the room are all awake, you can ask, hey, is it okay if I turn on or off the lights? Just, because maybe you are coming at a weird point in time in the day because you've had a weird travel day. So, and then you might want to get some sleep, just check to make sure everything's fine before you take control over the room. Okay, so the next thing is how you make noise with packing and stuff. So if you arrive, say, really late because you got like the last flight of the day or something and it was cheaper, and you arrive pretty late in this hostel, don't unpack. Like, if you know you're gonna arrive late, like, put all the stuff you will need to get ready for bed in the top of your bag, so you can just grab it, get ready for bed, go to bed, and try not to make that much noise to like wake up any people who could potentially already be sleeping, because that just, poor people, they're already gone to bed. Like, don't wake them up unless you have to, and try to be quiet, Or you could be arriving like no, you could be leaving really, like, if you're leaving early in the morning and you, oh, this was also just so nice. Let me just oh yeah, oh, this was good shit. I'm just getting my scritchy scratches in. That fried my brain. Okay, so back to the point. Say if you say you are going to be leaving in the early morning or during the night, try your very best, because I have been there before and not have had time to pack the bag during the day because I've been so busy and had to pack it like in the morning before I'm leaving. But just try to keep your stuff tidy in general. That's always a good one. But if you know you're gonna be leaving like early morning or like during the night when people could potentially be sleeping, try and pack that bag, or like pack as much as you can when people aren't sleeping, like say in the middle of the day or something, like, or in the morning, just in the morning even. In the morning's better than in the night. People rather get woken up like 15 minutes before their alarm than hours before their alarm. So just trust me on this one. I have been one of the people who's been woken up, and I have accidentally woken up other people. So just, it's better to just try and do it when people aren't sleeping, because if you do when people are sleeping, they're gonna get annoyed. Most people won't really say it much to you, but they'll be like they'll be so annoyed, like inside, you know. It's just a deep annoyance deep in your soul. And my notes turned off now, so let me just, yeah. So either way, whether if you know you're gonna arrive late or if you know you're leaving early, what I would actually recommend, even if you cannot pack like everything, try and have like a sleeping bag, like it could be a tote bag or a small backpack or like a big purse, and you keep it in the bed with you when you go to sleep. This is a good one just for general safety, for like your most valuable things, but also keep like your toiletries like that you will be using in there, or like pajamas or like the clothes for the next day, so you can just grab that as you get out of bed without having to sort through anything. Just take it straight to the bathroom, do your stuff, pick up the rest of your stuff, and then stuff what's supposed to be in the bigger bag after getting out of the room and after having gotten dressed and everything. Like it's just better that way, because you won't really be waking up people and you won't be making too much noise, which is a good thing. Next, bring a lock. Most people or travelers who already experienced hostels know this one. It's a pretty good one to have, and it is a lock for your locker or a drawer. You could have like a cage drawer where you could lock it with your little lock. I have had both key locks and code locks before, and I gotta say I actually preferred my key lock because it felt so much more secure, but to each their own on that. I also liked my like code lock one, so you know, it depends on the person. But I never had issues with losing keys, so I didn't have a problem with having a key lock. But yeah, so bring a lock. You could lock your stuff, like your whole, maybe they have like bigger lockers or like the big cage drawers under the bed, and you could lock your entire like cabin suitcase and everything away, or you just choose to like just put your valuables and lock it away in there. That's it depends on the size. I normally only try my best to stay in hostels that all have like a designated locker or a drawer you can lock your things in, because I don't like staying in hostel rooms where they don't have a designated place for your things that you can lock, just for like peace of mind. Lizzie, where's the next point? Yeah, I would recommend, this is my recommendation for you, if you're going to a hostel, try to find one that has curtains for the bed, or like the capsule ones or something, because people sometimes turn on and off lights without checking if there's anyone there. Sometimes it's just people, or they will use a flashlight, you know, and people, they don't turn off the big light but use the flashlight, and you can still wake up from that. So I try my best to make sure to stay in hostel rooms that where the bed have curtains, so you can like draw your curtain, not just for blocking out the light, but also just to have that little extra bit of privacy, you know, to like, you know, just to have your own little box or little pod, little nest, little cave, I don't know what you want to call it, but just to have a space that's just your own for a little bit, like before you go to bed. If you just want to lay on your phone, you can do that, and the light from your phone won't bother anyone because you have the curtains, and you can just, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just, I have stayed in hostels where they don't have curtains, and I have been in hostels where they have curtains. My favorites have always been the ones with curtains, like full covering curtains, you know, because it's privacy. It's a privacy for your sake, and also away from others, because you don't have to like see everything going on. You don't have to get a light in your face. Like if you want to go to bed earlier than the other people, and you notice people are going to be packing because it's still like early evening, just shut your curtain, go to sleep. So much better that way. Next on my list is having a sleep mask. I have one. I'm gonna go get it. I brought my stuff. So this is my sleep mask. It's the Legami, or I don't know how to pronounce it. It's an Italian brand, and I love it. It's like silky and it's really comfortable, and you can tighten and adjust the straps. And I will just do a little bit of this and no light is hitting, and it's really kind of like, it's not tight or like uncomfortable, so I quite like it. So just, I would recommend. I for the longest time actually avoided using sleep masks like this because I thought they were like unnecessary. You can just close your eyes, but they really do actually help, and I really do recommend getting one. Not like the super cheap ones for like a couple of euros or a couple of dollars, because the quality is like, I paid, I don't know, 8 or 9 euros slash dollars for this one, and this is very good for me. Like, this is good for me. I don't need like the super expensive or fancy ones, but the cheaper ones, they are cheaper, you know, and you will notice that. So I do recommend getting one of these, as cliche as it sounds. I know. Next on my list is having some kind of headphones. You could have like just the earbuds, or like the foam ones, so you can just twist and put in your ear. Or you could have, like I have just my regular headphones. Sometimes I'll turn them on, I will listen to music, and I will turn the music off. But I will keep them on like this, because there's like noise cancellation, just because it covers your ear in that way. Like it's muffling this sounds a bit. So I will just keep it on sometimes if it is noisy and I'm going to bed like in a weird time and I know I can't ask everyone to be quiet. I would just listen to music for a bit, turn off the music, so these are off, they're not using any power, just keep them on. But I also know people who just use normal like wired earphones, or just like AirPods and stuff like that. So that is also just something you can do, just to kind of block out the noise, or like the loop earbuds, earplug thingies. That's also something you can use. I haven't personally tried them before. I would love to, like, Loop, please sponsor me. I would love to try them, because these can get clunky, you know, when you're trying to sleep like on the side. But yeah, anyway. Yes. So again, I have said to bring a lock so you can lock your stuff. If you do want to leave your stuff out, or if there isn't anywhere you can lock your things away, you leave it out at your own risk. It is a semi-public place after all, seeing as there will be most likely multiple people in the room. However, for my own peace of mind, I usually only stay in like women's only dorms, because it feels a little bit better that way. I'm not saying like all women are saints, but I personally feel more secure if I'm like, no, I'm only gonna be around women, and my things are only gonna be, because it just feels a bit more, you know, safer. And of course, again, women aren't necessarily saints, but I have never had a bad experience in a women's only dorm. I have stayed in like a mixed dorm once before, and I was there for a couple of days, so like I got a shift through the people who were there, so like there was several rounds of people. And you know, I stayed with the men once and I don't want to do it again. Like, not because I felt like unsafe, but with just the way they were kind of acting in the room, and like they would leave their stuff all over. Ugh, no. Like, it smelled of sweaty man socks for days in that room. Ugh. Which brings me on to my next point. Try not to leave your stuff all over the room. Like, if you have a drawer or like a locker or kind of situation, or, you know, your bed as well, you can leave your stuff all over your bed and in your designated area for keeping your stuff, whether it's a drawer, a locker, a little cage thing, a shelf. Keep your stuff in your side or in your area. Like, don't spread it out. Like, if you want to dry something, check if there's anywhere, like any free real estate, or maybe even ask if it's okay, or, you know, pay like a teensy bit of money if you want to have it dried immediately. Because I have had people putting their stuff all over the room, and it's been, so one thing, especially if it's not like cleaned, it will smell. It will smell, so you won't be able, because you are so used to your own smell. Like, even if it's a good or a bad smell, like, just you're used to your smell. So it might be a good, okay smell, and it might be bad. Like, yeah. This man this is the one specific one with one of the men, he left his wool socks and underwear and shit all over the room to dry them out. And he didn't open the window, so the air was so stuffy and it was stinking and it was so hot in there. No, I just threw open the window when I saw the window was closed, and I was like, you know. It's just, even if it's just been cleaned, just check and try to keep to your own area. If you really want to like dry your clothes like naturally, try and bring like a small clothes line. You can just put it in between your bedposts or like on your bed or something like that. And then you can hang your stuff there. You know, maybe create your own curtain that way as well if you don't have a curtain on the bed. Yes, so the next thing is a bit more on the making friends social side of things. So, people in hostels are usually very friendly and very open to making friends because that's usually why people are there. They're there because it's cheaper to travel that way and it's much more social and it's fun. So, you know, just to have like a standard small talk greeting, like try to greet everyone who comes into the room, like everyone who's new coming into the room, like, hi, my name is, you know, and okay, I'll just draw an example one because that just got bad. Like, hi, my name is Ira, where are you from, how long are you staying, like just, you know, just general questions. You can like, where are you from is always a good one, and how long are you staying is always a good one. You can keep the conversation going by comparing to where you are from and how long you are staying, and you can ask potentially where they're going next or where they have been, how old are they. Just classic kind of traveling kind of ones like that, and personal ones if you have something to connect with. It's a good way to get rolling, and if you're desperate on it, you can just keep comparing cultural differences between where you grew up. It's always a fun one, I gotta say. Yes, and if you have been there for a bit and they don't have everything planned out, offer for them to join you in your plans, or give them recommendations of things you have done that was like fun or enjoyable, or good food places, stuff like that. And just for an example, I met my best friend and several of my best friends in hostels with this small talk recipe. We got the conversation going and it just kept going. A good thing to always also check if there are more people in the room when you're getting ready to go out or something. If you want to spray your perfume on, because there are people out in the world who are allergic to perfumes and perfume in general, just if there's more people than you in the room when you're getting ready, just ask real quick like, hey, is it okay if I just put on perfume, just because you never know. So it's a good way to just check. Yes, and of course it is okay to want to be antisocial and not socialize with people in the room. If you want to do that, just go to your bed, go on your phone, put something like headphones, earbuds, or anything like that on, or just draw the curtains, just chill out. And you don't have to greet everyone or talk to anyone when you're doing this, because that is your time to decompress. You are entitled to that, of course. You've been on your feet most likely all day, and sometimes if you see other people in the room doing the same, you don't have to make small talk with them if you're feeling like it, because they are very clearly showing signs that they don't want to talk right now. So just see how the people in the room, how the vibe is. I have been in both good and bad hostels like this. I have been in one where the room, it was a big room, it was like 15 beds, and in there people were like there to sleep and then they would leave. So there they didn't want to be social. You just feel the vibe a bit, and then you know, I tried to make some friends in there, but most people were really busy already by themselves. So I was like, okay, that is fine. So on to the next place I went to. It was super social. Everyone was chit-chatting, everyone was joining each other's plans, fun stuff, you know. And yeah, I just want to repeat one last time, because I did say the thing about the sleep bag, like if you know you're going up or getting there at a weird time, to keep like a sleep bag with you. My last tip would be to have a sleep bag. It's like, it could be like a drawstring backpack, a tote bag, or a small purse. Just have like your passport, your phone, potential headphones in there, maybe like a charger, so like you always have your most valuables, I guess, with you in bed. I would also usually have my toothbrush and my toothpaste in there. Sometimes I would, usually if I'm using a tote bag, I will stuff my clothes for the next day in there as well, so I can just go straight to the bathroom, get ready, go back in the room, stuff my things in the main bag, close the curtain to my bed just to show people that the bed is kind of occupied, but you know, because sometimes if all the bed curtains are open, you're like, oh my god, which bed is mine? And sometimes if beds are like clearly marked with a number or like a letter or both, it can be easy to mistake a bed for a different one. So just close your bed so the curtain, or like just close it halfway or something, so you know it's like the bed is taken. But yeah, it will stop people from sitting on your bed, because sometimes people sit on other people's bed, especially if it's a bottom bunk. So if you got curtains, just keep the curtains closed, really, in general. Unless you want to be social and just hang out on your bed, keep the curtains open then, that's fine. That was just my main 12 things to keep in mind when staying in a hostel for the first time. Thank you so much for watching this video. If I missed anything, let me know in the comments, and if you learned something new, I hope you did, at least if you're a new traveler or if you're an experienced one, hope it was a good refresh. Otherwise, I hope you have fun on your travels, and hopefully I will see you in some random hostel room somewhere in the world one day. That would be fun. So just, you know, most of these rules or unspoken rules are just a general kind of a kindness to others and common sense, but it can be confusing and it can be overwhelming the first time staying in a hostel. I got lucky for my first experience in a hostel, but it's just something to keep in mind. Sometimes you are so tired and overwhelmed, you don't think about all the things, so it can be easy to forget. So just a little something to have in the back of your head. Always nice. But yes, next week's video is going to be Pack With Me for Venice. I am so excited about going to Venice now. And then next week's video is going to be the Venice vlog. So stay tuned for that. Because I am doing a 5-day trip with only a backpack. And it's a small under the seat backpack. So wish me luck on that one, please do. I have so much I want to bring and only a backpack. So I will see you next week, next Wednesday. But thank you again so much for watching the video, and I hope you had fun.